Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss on-chain exposure to private companies, including SpaceX. Big-time product announcement from Republic Crypto. We're going to talk about a massive day for ETFs and crypto treasury assets. The ETFs have been cooking this week, and we had some big ETF announcements yesterday. And we're going to talk about another huge raise from a prediction market. Kalshi got a little, they're feeling a little FOMO after hearing about Polymarket's raise. So they decided to go and close a big raise of their own. GM, thank you all for listening. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a retweet on the space. If you're in YouTube, let us know what you want to talk about today. What do you want us to yap about? Give us some YouTube comments. We'll share them live on screen today. I'm joined today by my pals, my friends. I'm joined by the dogs. We got Easy Eats Bodega. We got Sea Dog, Clemente. Easy, how you feeling this morning?
I'm good, man. Markets feel good. Think we still get a little bit of a pullback, but overall, feels good. How are you feeling, Ray?
I'm feeling good. I mean, what would you say? Do you think the economy's in a good spot right now or a bad spot?
No. Not in a good spot.
Yeah, I think I saw you on the timeline going after ICO Beast, back and forth, having some fun there, debating whether we're
ICO Beast, bro. You were talking to ICO Beast?
Oh, my bad. Top yapper. My bad.
Bro, that's the top yapper, bro.
I know.
That's the top, bro. Do you know how many referral clicks he gets?
My bad.
Do you know how well he converts on his referral links?
Poke it up.
Do you dare disrespect the king?
That's on me.
Man.
That's on me.
Hey, yo. Yo, ICO, I'm sorry, bro. Sorry for my dog disrespecting you like that, man.
Yo, Clemente, did you eat a glazed donut? Because you got some stuff all over your mouth.
Yo, side note, check the comments. Yo, make sure to go to the comments, man. Go to the description. Use my referral link for moonberg.ai. You can go claim a free $50 stimmy. We don't know where the money's coming from. We don't know when it's coming. We don't know if it's going to be locked. We don't know if this thing is borderline a rug, but hey, go check it out.
Give us context on that.
Dude, it's just another bullshit. Like Kaido, I don't know what happened actually, but all of a sudden, like the referral link campaigns, like marketing teams are just sitting there and going, hey, you know what? Let's just drop a marketing campaign where we give referral link bonuses. We promise free money that no one knows where it's coming from. And let's just get it out. No one, Pentoshi, for example, is saying, so Moonberg.ai, I think it's a trading platform. You log in, you connect your Twitter, and depending on your clout, I guess, or what your Twitter performance is, they give you a stimmy, but no one has actually claimed it.
You can't claim it yet.
Yeah, you can't claim it yet. You don't know where the money's coming from. And everyone's like, yo, this could be something. Go claim it. Go check it out. Use my referral link.
Everyone sees a big number. They go, well, I might as well share this link because if there's any chance that I get this money, it's fairly low risk, I imagine.
Yeah, but it's low risk for the person that shills it. Like if you see this, you're the yield. You're the product in the audience. And because it's like they have zero risk. Historically, they have zero risk because if it's a rug, they're like, hey, guys, yo, sorry. It was one of those, most of these are going to be a rug. But on the ones that are a rug, the person that shills it still ends up doing well. They still end up making money. And the people that end up being the clicking it are the yield. You're the one that provides it. So you're giving attention to a bullshit ass protocol, bullshit product. And if the excuse is like, yo, claim it and dump it right away, what are we talking about, dude?
Yeah, I think I agree, but I think there's like, to an extent, like our audience are people who are going to be like trying to farm these things as opposed to being the yield. And like, I think looking at these opportunities, like it is crypto. Like crypto is 99% rugs and then taking your EV plus shot where you can. I have no issue with them posting this. I don't have an issue with them posting these.
Truthfully, neither do I. I also didn't get anything.
Like, I understand, like, yeah, like the yield is you, but like, just don't use the platform. Like, you don't have to use the platform. Like, if you're not getting this stimmy, like maybe like they open your eyes to a platform that makes sense or works, but like do your research. Like, Look at the platform.
No, what I'm saying is the people shilling this
because Pentoshi shilled it. Like he's obviously like it takes like 2 brain cells to say he's obviously shilling this to make a referral, and it's obviously a marketing campaign by Moonberg AI. Like, don't go in there and dump all your money into Moonberg AI because Pentoshi is tweeting literally that he got a $13,000 stimmy from them.
There you go. Go click on the referral link then, folks. Go farm this thing, Moonberg.ai. It could be something huge. It could be massive. Go make that money. Go make
That's
that
not
money.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying go use the platform. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying, like, if you get a stimmy, like, you might as well try to refer people.
The only reason you get a stimmy is by more and more people using it. The only reason the money has to come from somewhere.
Yes.
It comes from the token. It comes from the attention you're giving the token. This is the same as Laudio. Like Laudio, what was interesting about it is it just boiled it down to just the token, just the referral link. Like it brought it down to that core attention. So this is just giving it attention to it, to like random shit. But like that's where it is. Like, and I don't actually have a problem with it. People can do whatever they want. If I shill something like if I talk about a referral link or whatever, it'll be because I actually believe in the product or think it's something interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I got like $1,000 bucks.
Moonberg, by the way, has been DMing me since December 23rd, 2024 about this product.
What? About this airdrop?
Hey, Easy. I'm Merk from Moonberg. We're building a decentralized AI research and trading platform. We're gearing up for a big volume-based airdrop campaign and thought you might find it interesting. Would love to share. Didn't see the message because it was in my requests. January 9th, they followed up. How's the new year treating you? Let's talk to you about our closed beta. They followed up again June 2nd. We have an airdrop for you to claim at TGE. It's limited spots per influencer tier. For OGs like you, it's likely 4 figures. Follow Moonberg and I can let you know as soon as it's live. I went and checked. I didn't get shit.
They said this guy's been ghosting us. We're not giving him shit.
But it was in my request. The only reason I even saw it was when I followed the page to see if there was anything. That DM then obviously moves out of your requests into the other folder. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, this makes more sense now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, if I'm starting a crypto project and I'm looking for go-to-market strategy, I feel like a referral system is top of mind. Like, I'm definitely launching with a referral system. Like, that's the easiest way to generate, like, P2P buzz outside of doing, like, a Kaido Mindshare farm. Like, that's a very easy way to just get cheap acquired users and, like, talk on the timeline. And then, like, you maybe you bake in some incentives for people who have larger followings. Like, I mean, that's just like
for $14,000, Clemente will dance.
Yeah, I mean, dude, their head of marketing is shilling Captain B&B. Like that's all you need to know. And instead of talking about that, they're just literally talking about Moonberg, they're just like, yo, hey, check out Captain B&B. I have nothing against referral links. What I don't like is referral links of just complete bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, is the product complete bullshit?
No one knows. If you ask any of those people were asking them, hey, what is this? How do you claim it? They had no idea. Because it's just, when you're shilling referral links, you either have a bigger audience or you have to shill it as soon as possible so you can claim people's like early adopter clicks or whatever. So anyways, yeah, I don't want to talk. I mean, I'm fired up.
It looks like a standard trading bot. Like, I mean, I signed up. I took a peek. I don't know if it's like a rug. I don't know what % fees they take, but you can always look at those things and before you make any trades on it. No harm in setting up a Privy wallet, looking at it. Yeah, we can move on. We have a lot to talk about, Clemente. I would love to like channel some of this energy and rage into just nailing like a tremendous weather report here.
I'm freaking pissed off, man. I'm freaking pissed, dude. Let's go. Let's talk about it. What do we got? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday, June 26th. Looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors chopped on the day with Bitcoin just over $107,000. We got Ethereum over $2,400, Solana at 143, and Hype at 37.50. Over the past 24 hours, Republic Crypto announced they will begin to offer the rSpaceX token on Solana as exposure to SpaceX. Wow! So SpaceX apparently sold some of their shares, private shares, and now they're going to be tradable. Really cool stuff. Big win for Solana. Reservations for SpaceX are now open. And other companies such as Figma, Stripe, Cursor, and Anthropic listed as upcoming. I see Canva on there as well. Revolut, Epic Games. Huge, huge companies. X. This is going to be big. I mean, wow. Anyways, we'll keep going here. Excited to talk about that one. Next up, it's been a massive week for crypto ETFs. The Bitcoin ETF, over $500 million of inflows. Their weekly net inflow total is now $1.5 billion. Good God, dude. $1.5 billion
3 days.
In 3 days. I mean, do you see where this is going, folks? Are you sidelined? I mean, dude, this is going to be a piss missile to 125. Holy shit. Yo, I'm getting fired up in here, man. Finally, U.S. GDP data came in below expectations this morning. Annualized GDP fell. It fell 0.5% quarter over quarter.
Sir.
Yikes. Below expectations of a 0.2% drop. Are GDPs going down?
One down.
All right, I gotta hear about this. Consumer spending also came in at 0.5%, which was below 1.2% targets. So people aren't spending money. Pre-market equities and crypto majors have held steady since the report broke. I mean, this doesn't sound too good at the very end. What the hell was that? But anyways, back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always, Clemente. Sorry for bringing down the mood at the end there. You were fired up after the first two, and then saw that the GDP decided to take a shit in Q1. Easy. What do you make of these macro numbers coming out?
Not
this
surprised.
morning?
Not surprised.
Yeah. So breaking it down, so quarter over quarter GDP minus 0.5%, expected minus 0.2%. Consumer spending only increased 0.5%. It was expected to increase 1.2%, showing that the U.S. government, I mean, GDP is just falling quarter over quarter, and we're not seeing as much demand coming out of consumers. This leads you to believe that you'd be more likely to see rate cuts sooner rather than later. I'm seeing
fall. So,
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm curious like how the summer is shaping up for it, but it does seem like fall's basically all in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, September seems almost all but likely at this point. We'll see what happens in July. Maybe if these GDP numbers might stir something up where we see an additional unexpected cut, which would, I think, send markets. Moving over to the more positive news, though.
Real quick, Ray, can I touch on that a little bit? So I wanted to talk to Easy about Morgan Stanley expecting the U.S. Fed to deliver 7 rate cuts in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
There was a good discussion. I enjoyed reading it of basically people saying that you're saying that it's bullish. Easy. You insinuated that 2026 will be bullish because of these rate cuts, and people are basically saying the counter was if we get 7 rate cuts, we're fucked. The economy's cooked. Your argument was basically the economy's already obliterated and we're just trying to keep this thing afloat for as long as we can.
Yeah, it's what we've always done. Look at the S&P. The only time it's gone down is, quote, black swan events. 2016 housing, 08 financial collapse, COVID, and most recently, like crypto, obviously, with the FTX stuff. And then most recently, we just had a sell-off with the tariff situation. So, like, it always just constantly gets propped up. You know what I mean? Like, for me, a lot of the comments on it were like, oh, this means the economy is going to be obliterated. Outside of our space in this bubble where you can click a button and share a ref link and make 6K just for posting a fucking link, the economy's been a dumpster fire. Like, job market is not hot. Layoffs are increasing. Tech layoffs are ramping. People are not being hired right now. Consumer spending's down. GDP is down, which we just saw. Job numbers getting revised literally every single month. They have been for basically the last 4 or 5 years. Housing markets, you could do the number of houses on the market right now is nearing all-time high in basically every state. Like, Dog, people your age are not buying homes. They're not having kids. Many of them aren't even working. And there's a mix because some people also push back. They're like, you say people aren't hiring, but then you also say younger generations don't want to work for people. Both statements can be true because you have this internet age right now where solo entrepreneurs have an opportunity to make money. But then you also have an industry now where creators, streamers, content is getting shoved down your throat, right? Like Netflix viewership is declining. YouTube viewership and Twitch viewership's increasing. So there's a correlation between the creator economy outside of crypto Twitter growing and scaling as a form of entertainment, which leads to younger generations not wanting to work for people. And it also leads to the job industry not hiring right now because the economy is not good. So my whole thesis here, and this is where I went back and forth with ICO Beast, is you can actually see me just like asking him, like, didn't you just say the economy is not bad? Then didn't you just say this means the economy is going to be bad? Like just going back and forth asking these questions where I was like, this is going to shape up for a strong end of year because the market's going to front run these rate cuts like it always does. And then once we basically get down to the last couple of cuts, which I think will be near Q2, a little bit into summer potentially, nearing Q3, the market will have to shift because cuts will be in, and then that's the actuality of like this bad market. So I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking at where I'm like, the economy isn't good and hasn't been good, despite what we might see and experience here. Is so many people are like, they look at groceries, and $150 a week on groceries is a level that could literally cripple them. Like it is an uncomfortable amount of spend for them. Credit card debt and consumer debt is all-time high. So you have that where things like buy now, pay later are starting to default at an alarming rate, but still being provided to people with no credit. So we're just continuing to siphon in this basically leveraged market where the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, dude, we've been in a dumpster fire of a situation. Like people under 25 are using credit cards because they don't have capital to spend outside of it. And they can't pay it back. Student loan debt is a whole different beast if you want to go down that, where over the next 5 years, people are fucked. Like you have to pay that back unless there's some, if they forgive student loan debt, the economy is going to rip to a level that basically has been unheard of ever.
So, Easy, what you're basically saying is that the economy's going to be cooked. Like there's scenarios where the economy can be cooked, meaning like people are broke, people don't have time to like whatever.
The consumer economy can be cooked. The equities market can be good.
Got it. Okay, that's what you're saying, and that's what kind of the disagreement is.
Oh, just go ask your boys who's actually buying stocks right now. I would bet you 2 out of every 10 of them are buying stocks or have capital to purchase a singular stock, a share of something. And it's not Tesla, it's not MicroStrategy. They might be able to buy a share of Robinhood. Like that's what I look at is like, dude, there's $100 of disposable income is a lot of money for a lot of people outside the space, and a lot of us don't realize that.
Yeah.
I think this is the epitome of that. We're talking about like how shitty the macro is here, and we got Joshua Raj in the comments. Thoughts on Chill House?
That's what I'm saying. Like the general consumer economy, and there's points that can be made, there's arguments that can be made, sure. But there's a lot of stuff, in my opinion, that I look at and I immediately am just like, yeah, we're in like a pretty, we've been in a shitty situation. Not today, not tomorrow, not last week, but for like the last couple of years, truthfully. Like since COVID injected that stimmy basically increased everybody's spend without increasing their overall capital because they got used to getting free money. Unemployment benefits were all-time high. People weren't working. They didn't want to work. They had income coming in. And a lot of that for a lot of people was basically their way to now increase their spend without actually increasing their income. And it set up a very negative loop where credit's all-time high, student loan debt, buy now, pay later, no housing purchases. And this all then goes into like a cyclical cycle of the older generation, like Nick's age, is retiring soon, whereas we are still going to be working, but none of us are having kids. So like you continue to push this cycle forward where the job market and the overall economy and all this stuff that's shaping up is going to be very difficult to backfill jobs at a certain point, which leads to basically what Elon pushes on is like depopulation, which is why he has 14 kids with 7 women.
So what you're saying makes sense. I actually, that's why younger people, I actually don't know much about like the New York mayor election, right? But I saw
I don't know too much about that. I just know some people are mad and some people are happy.
Well, the argument is like this guy's a socialist.
I lost the bet.
The mayor apparently is like a socialist guy and all this stuff, and a large part of the younger generation voted for him. And I saw people weighing in, which this aligns with what you're saying, Easy, is the people voting for him are this younger generation because they're broke, right? Like they don't have money to spend on grocery. They feel the pain the most. So this feels like a solution for them. So what you're saying makes sense. Yeah, people my age don't have much money to be like spending on stuff. The credit usage is very high. They're not buying like stocks. Most of them. If you're making like, even if you're making like 6 figures nowadays, and you live in like you live in the city, right?
Brother, 100K in New York City is fucking 15K in rural Alabama. Like 100K nowadays is baseline for a city. If you make 100K in Miami, you're broke.
Yeah.
Like you're fucking poor.
Thinking right now, like, damn.
It's just the reality of it. It sucks. Like, dude, when I was 21, and that was 10 years ago, if I made 100 bands, I was making good fucking money, like serious bread. Now 100K is like baseline, which is like pretty wild. Yeah, I mean, Fetty makes a good point. You can afford everyday things, but houses, cars, etc., are unattainable for most. Yeah, so like that's true. In the States, it's like you have something, you can probably go on a vacation a year, right? You can manage your bills. You're probably making minimum payments on student loans. You're contributing to a 401k. You have healthcare, etc. When you start dipping down, like, dude, what is the average income? What is the average income salary in the U.S. in 2025? This number is probably going to shock the fuck out of me.
Probably like
That's 63K. That's a lot higher than I thought it was.
Yeah, that's
not bad. But I think that also just emphasizes the case is making 100K. You're not even 2x over the median salary, and that's including East of bumfuck North Dakota. And like, bro, I saw a house the other day in El Paso, Texas. I was watching, because I don't have TikTok, I don't have Instagram. So I was scrolling like YouTube and Twitter short videos, like brain rot shit, right? This house pops up, and it's like $534,000 home. A beautiful fucking house, dude. 30-foot ceiling, 6-bedroom, 5-car garage, $534K. Everyone's like, holy shit, this is a great deal. My God. The very first comment is, the issue is you have to live in El Paso.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, damn. So I went and looked. El Paso's on the border of Mexico. The crime rate in El Paso is astronomically high. I looked at the houses around this 500K house. You have the biggest house in probably a 4-street block, right? My ass ain't moving to El Paso. But that's where, like, I could probably afford a good home. So, like, yeah, dude, like,
it's like a compound for 647 here.
This is a beautiful fucking house. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. This shit got walkways and shit. Like,
but you gotta pay for a full-time security team.
Motherfucker, there's a tunnel into your house where they funnel humans through. Like, what do you want? Like, you're on the Mexico border. Like, this is a cartel house, brother. Like, come on now. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
These houses are like on the border.
Somebody said who watches YouTube Shorts instead of TikTok or Instagram. I do. Because if I download another social media, I won't do shit for like a good 3 weeks. I already have a Twitter addiction. But dude, that's what I'm saying is like, the housing market's fucking ass. Like, absolutely fucking ass. You heard Nick yesterday talking about how there's apartments in his building for cheap. And no one's buying them. Dude, my grandmother's house.
Hold on. For cheap was $630,000.
Okay, but for context, look back 3 or 4 years in Miami, and those apartments are like 1.2, 1.3. So that's the context. My grandmother has a $120,000 home near where I am, and I was debating buying it. The house has been on the market for 2.5 years, and it's all redone. But the issue is you got like hurricanes and shit. So I was like, okay, yeah, maybe not. I'm still debating it. But that's the thing is like people aren't buying homes. There's just no expendable capital right now. Mike lives in El Paso, one of the safest cities. Yeah, because you got Border Patrol. Also true. HOA fees. This is a long-winded rant that we could probably move past, but I just think the economy is significantly worse than a lot of people realize.
Breaking news this morning. Kraken introduced Krak. Apparently a mobile money app. Send, receive money, earn yield. Interesting.
Correct.
You guys see this?
Send, spend, save on Krak. Split on Krak.
I mean, everyone is going for the same play. They want to be the new bank. They want to be your bank. Send money one place to another.
I'm addicted to Krak.
Krak is an interesting name. I went for
I
it.
kind of like it.
Kaiser is asking, has anyone used AVAX card? I've used it. I have it. It's good. Really easy to off ramp. You need a KYC though, I think. Yeah, you do need KYC. Anyways, Ray, I appreciate that that chat with Easy. I wanted to just understand where his head was at and how he was understanding it.
Yeah. Last macro.
Anything, one last thing. If anything, this is bullish for crypto casinos and bullish for Hyperliquid, dare I say.
100%. Bro, the only thing that's recession proof is gambling. Gambling, liquor, and prostitution, basically. Only things that are recession proof.
Another thing I wanted to highlight while we were talking about macro is just the DXY.
The dollar's in the fucking dumpster, dude. It's only gone down.
Yeah, like we're at like 3-year lows now.
Yeah.
What are you targeting here?
I mean, the fact it's under 100 is so bad, dude. Like, I haven't seen under 100 in 3 years. Like,
February 2022.
Yeah. Like, the dollar, this is just, dude, the dollar's fucking worthless, man.
Can you explain why? Can you explain why this is happening, Easy?
What do you mean? Like, why the dollar's down bad?
Yeah.
Because nobody wants it.
Other countries don't want it.
Yeah, I mean, we have a ton of debt. Like, I don't know, dude. This is a gnarly chart too. This is such a bearish chart. I mean, dude, this thing. Yeah, this is ugly. Holy shit! The dollar is speed running to zero.
It's not good. Not a good chart.
So U.S. dollar index. What's the all-time high on this bad boy?
115.
Okay, so it's not down that bad. Hold the line. Oh boy.
160.
The chart looks bad.
84.
Yeah, but that you get into all the gold standard shit going back that far.
I was born in 87. My parents were loving it. They're like, yo, 85, everything's great. And then I'm born at like the bottom here. Local
Flip
bottom.
that to the monthly chart. Dude, this thing has only made lower highs and lower lows.
I mean, this chart doesn't look too good.
This chart looks like this chart looks like the Moonberg IPO.
I mean, you could argue that you're in like an uptrend here since 08, right?
Lower high.
Yeah, I guess you broke the uptrend in 25. This year we broke the uptrend.
Yep. Dude, if we get 7 rate cuts too, this shit's going to fucking zero. Your dollar ain't gonna be worth shit.
Do we see all-time lows on it? So like the last time we saw a low was financial crisis Feb 08, $71 for the DXY there.
Yeah, tariffs. That's a big thing. Tariffs, this trade stuff. I don't know. This thing is ugly. It is ugly. The dollar's just not valuable, dude. No one wants dollars right now.
What happens if this thing goes to like 50?
Bitcoin goes to 1 million. I mean, Bitcoin goes to 300K. This thing's at 50. Like, I think the reason that this goes lower and breaks all-time lows is because people just have no more faith in fiat and everyone moves to crypto. Like that would be a big catalyst, I think. Yeah, I just want to get your take there because I know you've been following the DXY and we've set like a fairly low level here that we haven't seen since 2022.
I mean, 90's got to hold. The 100 was a big number for a very long time. Big mental number too. I don't know. If we get 7 cuts though, that just means that you can borrow more dollars. I don't know.
Okay, let's get on to some more interesting and uplifting stuff. Let's talk about this Republic. Have you guys joined the waitlist here?
No.
Yeah, I did a quick sign up. It's not like invasive. Reservations are open for SpaceX, so we can take a look at like this reservation room here. $50 minimum reservation. I think it's open to US. There's no accreditation needed on Republic. I'm not sure how it works for US investors though. Basically, it's giving different prices. Market price on 624. Yahoo Finance checks the price of SpaceX shares trading on secondary markets as of the current snapshot. Per share price at 225. The last tender price is 185. So they're giving some like price examples here, and then what they're going to target for the range per share for their offering. Interesting. You can invest as low as $50. It's going to give you the rSpaceX token, and it's intended to mirror the performance of the shares based on what the firm believes the latest reliably public available valuation is.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. So I joined the waitlist here. This is republic.com. There was like an NFT like asked me about. It was like a type form. It was like, what's your name? What's your email address? Do you hold the Republic NFT? I was like, what?
Oh my
I was
god.
like, no, I don't have that. So I don't know exactly what that is. But this is interesting for sure. Is this something that you would jump into easy and look at getting exposure to any of these?
Yes.
Or yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, SpaceX is interesting. Figma is interesting.
I feel like Cursor against
Anthropic is interesting. Cursor is interesting. Like all these private equity markets are wicked interesting. You don't get at like you're not buying equity. You're buying a mirror of the equity value. So like you can't convert this for SpaceX actual equity, but it just mirrors the price action.
Yeah, like it just like asks you a couple questions.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hey, yo, I'm in, dog.
Yeah, they ask you what you want to potentially what you'd be interested in, and then how much you want to invest.
Too much money.
Yeah, no, you got too much of that cash.
Are you a Republic note holder? This is what it asked you.
Yeah, this looks interesting. It's on Solana.
Solana, yes.
It's cool. Big one for Solana.
Yeah, so that's interesting. You can sign up for the wait list over at Republic. I signed up. Answer those questions. We'll see what's going on there. Sneaker Dad, where is the Moonbirds hat? I washed it, so it's sitting in the drying rack right now. What's the link? I'll put the link in the YouTube chat here. Alfalfa, also pin it to Twitter so that you guys can access their Republic. Done. Moving on, we talked about mortgages yesterday in crypto. We had like a little bit of a discussion, and more news broke about that. And we saw a lot of memes on this, but essentially the U.S. Federal Housing Association sent letters to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which are mortgage underwriters, saying like they need to prepare their businesses to count crypto as an asset for mortgages. Super interesting here. Basically saying like they're going to look at like crypto held on like major centralized exchanges for mortgages. So it doesn't help on chain right now. Like you can't just hold on chain and be like, hey, this is my crypto wallet, but you may be able to avoid like incurring capital gains taxes if you're just offloading like crypto you've been holding onto exchanges. So like that's a positive here that I'm seeing for the crypto market. Like if you're holding a bunch of Bitcoin that you have like short-term capital gains on, and you need to get a loan for a house, and you want to use your Bitcoin as part of your assets they count towards like your mortgage pre-approval and help towards your rate, then you can just basically offload them to a central exchange, and it should count, which is good. I know it was a pain last time I got pre-approved. I had to basically convert to fiat, like deposit to Robinhood, convert to fiat, and then basically sit on fiat until I got pre-approval, move it back, and then all that stuff. But we've seen some good memes on this one. I've had some fun with a lot of these memes. I'm gonna pull up a couple of the better ones. Dip Wheeler had a good one. This one's funny. Loan underwriters at Freddie Mac determining if an unemployed teenager has enough fart coin to secure a mortgage. With a nice picture here. Who is this? It's not Matt Damon. I always confuse their names. From The Accountant, right? Yeah, this is a good one. And I think Mando had another good one as well. But I'm going to bring that up because we talked about that yesterday, and it looks like we're moving towards a world where that's going to be like more interesting for mortgages.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Good job. There we go.
I got it from
Jennifer Lopez's boyfriend is great. The other guy. Yep. More news today. We can do some quick hitters. World Liberty Financial sent out a tweet saying they're looking to make their WLFI token tradable. Either of you guys interested in buying or getting exposure to World Liberty Financial?
I do not.
zero.
Really?
Bro, scroll down. People are getting mad at my comment. I basically said I'm just like, oh, this just means the team wants to dump their supply. Am I wrong? They're just gonna nuke this thing.
Well, no, the team's nuking their supply already. Like they're OTCing it. Like the Trump divested, they had 75% of this and they're down to 40. So this allows everybody to divest. I'm curious to get Sig's take because I think she holds some. I think she invested in the pre-raise. So she's probably like extremely excited about this one. I'd imagine being able to cash in there. But yeah, this is something to keep an eye on. I'll pay attention to it depending on what the valuation is, what we're looking at there. You know, crime sometimes,
dude,
sometimes pays. So we'll see what happens there. In the world of prediction markets, we saw another big raise. We talked about Polymarket's raise yesterday. Kalshi comes in with $2 billion valuation, raising $185 million with a Series C round, led by Paradigm, participation from Sequoia, Multicoin, Peng Zhao, Neo, and Bond Capital. Super interesting here, seeing a $2 billion valuation after Polymarket was $1 billion. Kalshi has the U.S. stamp of approval, which is interesting. Polymarket more on chain in terms of what they're looking at. I'm curious to see how these two compete and what they end up, going public for. I know we talked about Polymarket as potentially having a token airdrop. I don't know if we see that from Kalshi necessarily, but something to pay attention to. We've done some trading on Kalshi. We've worked with them in the past. Another option for prediction markets. I haven't checked it lately though.
They're partnered with Robinhood, right? For
yes.
prediction markets.
Yeah, they're partnered with Robinhood, I believe, and then Polymarket's partnered with X.
Got it. Yeah, huge. The prediction market stuff is like massive. Like Kicks was really early to that stuff. I'm not a big gambler in general, or as they call it, predictor. So I personally don't really have that much interest in seeing this, but I think it's really cool to see like the news portion of it with some of these events of it's more accurate. It's like the new news, right? Where they do like predicting the winner of the NBA finals. That's from like, all right, we don't need this.
Yeah, like the elections, good for elections. Wow, this is up to 87%. Getting cooked on that one.
Which one?
Will the Fordro nuclear facility be destroyed before July? Getting cooked on this, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying my hand at predicting a little bit here. Contributing to the global news, as you would say. I'm doing a little news contributing of my own. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely interesting for like macro events. And kind of getting a pulse on what's going on and where the money is. But I feel like a lot of times, like with these markets, like you see like insiders come in and like flip them. Like things will be like 50-50, like maybe it's not 50-50, who knows? And an insider comes in who knows what's going to happen, flips the market, and then it moves that way. But I guess you do get, like, if you're paying attention to this, you do get like up to the minute like odds on actual events, which is interesting for sure. Next topic I want to talk about, we discussed the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs having great inflow numbers this week. We saw an interesting ETF filing. Canary Capital filed for a Pengu ETF. We talked about this yesterday on the show. I said when they were ringing the bell, I said, when do we get that Pudgy ETF? We were talking about, well, it would be a Pengu ETF. So that's been officially filed.
So it would be Pengu and Pudgy Penguin ETFs.
Yeah. Well, Pengu ETF, second meme coin style ETF after Doge. First filing to enter SEC Gov's formal review process, joining coins such as Bitcoin, Sol, XRP, and Doge.
I mean, this is interesting.
Buying a Pengu ETF.
The title. Meanwhile, the title of today's space is "The Economy is Tanking."
Yeah, let's tape the Penguin ETF. Woo!
The economy is tanking. Pudgy Penguin ETFs. Other ETF news and fund news. We saw MetaPlanet acquiring $133 million more of Bitcoin. GameStop disclosed a $450 million convertible notes offering to acquire more Bitcoin. We saw a Norwegian deep sea mining firm adopting a Bitcoin strategy with plans to raise $1.2 billion worth of Bitcoin, and the Tether co-founder raising $1 billion via SPAC to launch his own crypto reserve vehicle. So we're seeing a ton of money being thrown around. I'm going to continue to hammer home a lot of this incoming capital from funds, because we're seeing more and more of this every day with just additional companies trying to load up Bitcoin, trying to get exposure to crypto, launching crypto products with these massive raises, valuations, and sales. So I think you're seeing money from the traditional finance space float to crypto at an accelerating rate.
Yeah.
I'm watching this, and it isn't topping. It keeps going up. We keep seeing more and more with bigger and bigger numbers. So this is something I'm very interested in to kind of have a pulse on where we are in terms of the market.
100%. I mean, it is wild for me to see what we're seeing here is, I mean, even when we saw that stuff with Iran and Israel, we thought World War III was breaking out. Bitcoin was still above 100K. It was extremely resilient, and it's bounced back and recovered pretty nicely. We're at 107. Kind of feels like things are falling apart a little bit, and we're still at 107K Bitcoin, which is wild. I was looking at some of my posts yesterday, Ray, and it's been even a few months ago, we were so what was it, 70K Bitcoin, and everyone's like, hey, we've topped. I mean, we've gone significantly higher. In the recent top would be it was January of this year. That was that was when we were really looking good, and then we dumped from there. We dumped to we dumped to 80,
76,600 low, 74K low in April.
Yeah,
back up 110K high this month, 112K last month. I think it goes to we've talked about this before, but I think it's hard floor, soft ceiling, essentially. We continue to set higher floors because we have the institutional bid. We have the institutions jumping in, and then we also have the ETFs that people are now adding to recurring buys, 401k buys, investment buys. Investment bankers are saying hey, 1 to 3% of your portfolio should be in crypto. And we're getting a lot more of that now, where people are normal people. I have normie friends who are doing stuff like this into crypto with ETFs. They're saying, okay, well, we'll put a portion of my retirement in crypto as kind of a hedge against the dollar. So I think hard floor, soft ceiling. It's going to be harder to push down and make new lows. It's going to be easier to push up and make new highs. I think Bitcoin is just going to continue to roll that way until we see either a huge policy shift or some sort of black swan event that would threaten Bitcoin in general. Just my thought process right now with where we are in the market.
Alfalfa saying, but alts are performing like absolute trash because they're not getting the institutional flow. The institutions are literally just buying Bitcoin. They're buying some Ethereum, not much compared to how much they're buying Bitcoin. And I don't expect that to change. I think even when we get all these alt ETFs, like the Solana one, I don't know how much that's going to necessarily help the price. Yeah, the competition for liquidity from these institutions outside of Bitcoin is very high, right? I look at I don't know, Easy and Ray, you guys know better than me, but I look at like Circle as a competitor for liquidity to Solana, right? Or Ethereum. And coin, like I look at all those as competing, and then Bitcoin is kind of just hogging all the liquidity.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's up 26% over the last 9 days. And look at this list of just everything that's just down in the same amount of time.
Jesus.
Like, this is a tough list of like actual like decent altcoins too. XRP, Litecoin, Chainlink, Doge,
AVAX is down.
AVAX,
Wow.
Polygon, Jupiter, HBAR, DOT.
I mean, with what Easy was saying about the state of the consumer economy, why would this Easy, like what's your take on like retail adoption of crypto?
It's not really here.
Do you think it comes? Like what?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I just don't think it'll come in the way that we're all thinking it'll happen.
Like
that's how I
you
look
don't
at
think
it.
we're gonna see another meme coin season?
Yeah, it's just getting started. I don't know. There's a lot of apps, a lot of ways that people can get involved, but I think it's just going to look different than what a lot of people are anticipating. If that makes sense. Like, when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, we'll get retail adoption in some capacity, but I think it'll be through stablecoin on rails, through things like Shopify's integration, through that type of stuff.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I was scrolling Twitter Easy, and I got the El Paso. Can we watch the El Paso clip? I got the El Paso house tour.
You found it?
Yeah, and we also got another guy, Mike, saying he owns 20 properties in El Paso.
Mike is just an El Paso cartel leader.
El Paso is so free.
Yeah, he's like, it's free. I own 20 properties in El Paso.
That was literally the video I saw, though. Is the one you just showed. This one.
This is what $550,000 gets you in El Paso.
$1,500, you can make this 549
fucking house.
years. It's fully landscaped and it has a 3-car garage. I want to show you guys what it looks like. Follow me.
Dude! A gorgeous home.
Like spiral staircases, like crystals, like on the lava. Bathroom is like a master-sized bedroom room.
I mean, for people
Read
listening,
the comments, though. Read the comments. The comments are my favorite. Why is it so cheap? Click that. Is it a neighborhood or something? Has to be in a bad neighborhood. It's El Paso. 2 words, El Paso, because it's El Paso.
not a lot of whites living in El Paso. Hey, you just moved in? You my new neighbor and shit? Welcome to the neighborhood, homie.
And that's going to do it for today's show. Thank you all for listening. It's another excellent episode of the Daily Bone podcast. We do the show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on YouTube. Catch us on Apple Podcast. Watch us on YouTube. See what's going on. See what we're talking about in real time. Thanks again for listening. We love you.
Because of the conversation.